Hey, I'm Gina, and we're off to pack. On Friday, I am headed to London, England, and Edinburgh, Scotland for a 2-week study abroad trip with my college. I'm so excited, and that meant I had to pack. And a lot of my classmates have asked me how I pack. I have traveled internationally to 8 separate countries, so I've done this a lot before. This video is going to show you not only what's in my suitcase, but also what's in my carry-on, and the essentials I think you need to bring with you when you travel. So we are going to start with the carry-on. This is a JanSport backpack I have had since I was a junior in high school. I am now a senior in college, so I've had this backpack quite a while. It's super sturdy and I love them so much. So let's go into what's inside the bag. The first pocket here up at the front has snacks. I love having snacks. I think it's an important thing to have, especially on a 9-hour flight. I like little packets of nuts or maybe some candy so that they're easy to throw away and I don't have to worry about them getting everywhere instead of like a giant thing of chips. Moving on to the next pocket, the next biggest pocket, we have all of the important stuff. So first is a bag full of my liquids. Always keep it in a small clear bag so I can take it out at TSA really easily. It has eye drops, lotion, and lip gloss / lip balm. It's because planes are really dry and I definitely need those things, and sunscreen because I literally always forget sunscreen everywhere I go. In the next bag, this is my little travel emergency kit. It holds bobby pins and hair ties, gum, earplanes, which if you've never heard of these, I think these are totally a travel hack. They have pressure sensitive plugs in them, so it helps your ears not pop, especially if you have like an ear infection or something like that. These are great. I use them on every single trip. I have tampons just in case, and some tweezers, because tweezers are helpful for everything. Doesn't matter what it is. They can be used as tools, they can be used as beauty products. That's pretty great. And then my other bag is my first aid bag. So it's just a small makeup bag. It has an actual first aid kit in it with band-aids and alcohol. This is important because I fall down a lot. And then ibuprofen. Always keep your pills in bottles, especially if they're prescription. TSA will take them away. So that's also another thing that you need to be conscious of. Pepto-Bismol and Benadryl. I'm lucky enough to be allergic to cinnamon, so I always keep this near me. It's super important. So that's that pocket. In this pocket, the little sort of hidden pocket, moving on up, we have my wallets. This is where I keep all my important things. So my wallet, my passport because it's an international trip, and my EpiPen. Like I said, I'm allergic to cinnamon, so you definitely need that with you. This is my favorite place to put it because it's super easy to access, but I can also feel when anybody touches it. I don't have as many problems in airports, and this is not the bag I will be carrying around while I'm there, but I like them to be easy access. Moving on to the next pocket. This is the first big pocket we have. I have an extra battery pack with a cord already attached. This is important because airports are boring and all you can do really is play on your phone and your laptop. So I also plan on taking this around London and Edinburgh with me. So it's important to have that. These also can't go in your checked bag. So travel tip, don't put them in your checked bag. TSA will take them. They're a lithium battery. And then comes the clothes. So I have a lightweight long sleeve tee, button up tee, so that when I get cold but not too cold, I have that since it is summer. I have extra underwear and an extra shirt. If my baggage gets lost, I have the ability to change if I really want to, and extra socks. So I'll make it one day so that they can find me and give me my luggage back, hopefully if it's not too lost. Moving on to the very last pocket, we have, first off, My laptop sleeve, I keep my laptop in a sleeve with this front pocket has my charger in it. This is something that I definitely have to take with me, and it is also great because I can pull the sleeve out and then pull my laptop out to put it in TSA pre-checked. I don't have to like look for it in my bag or anything like that. We have textbooks and notebooks because it's a study abroad trip, and I unfortunately do have to do work while I'm over there. Not only am I taking these classes, but I'm also taking an anthropology class that I have to study for. So those are an essential, unfortunately. A London guidebook. This has maps in it, and those are super important when planning out trips while you're abroad because I won't always have cell data. Wi-Fi is pretty common there, so I'm not super worried about it, but just in case, especially in Edinburgh, a lot of places don't have it, and I also have an Edinburgh guidebook that I can bring as well. I have my handy dandy notebook. This is my everything notebook. It has to-do list, it has information that I need to keep, it has all my hotel information, it has all my flight information, so that if I ever get lost or ever need anything, this can give me that. And finally, it's another bag, but this is my pens and pencils bag, so it has a million pens in it. I take this everywhere with me. I love pens. I'm a writer, so that's an obvious thing. So there are two very important things that you need to have in your carry-on. One is an empty water bottle so you stay hydrated absolutely everywhere. And the other one is a power adapter. Countries have different power outlets. You can't charge anything if you don't have an outlet. So make sure you have this. And that's it. That's my carry-on. So actually, before we go into the big huge suitcase, I like to plan out what I'm going to wear on the plane because I want to know what I have room for in my suitcase and what I don't. So the first things first, the shoes. These are my biggest shoes. They are also my most comfortable, and the thing I'm going to be wearing the most, these are my hiking shoes. We are actually going to be hiking in London and Edinburgh, so I want to make sure I'm really comfortable, but I don't want to take up all of this room in my suitcase, so I'll be wearing these on the plane. I know people say to wear slip-on shoes to TSA. Honestly, I have found that it takes a long time no matter what, so you might as well do it for your packing needs instead. The other thing that I do, because I want to save space, is bring my biggest sweater that I'm going to bring and wear it on the plane. Not only do planes get super cold, I always freeze on planes, but they also don't take up as much room in my suitcase. I love this sweater, and so this is what I'm going to be wearing most of the trip because it's not going to be super hot there because it's up in the north. The next thing I have is the softest t-shirt in the universe. I love soft t-shirts on planes. I want to feel like I'm in my pajamas because I have 9 hours and I'm trying to encourage myself to sleep because I probably won't sleep the night before. I get too excited and too anxious. So soft t-shirts are key. Next comes the leggings. These are my brand new pair of leggings, but they're super soft, very comfortable, but they also look nice. So we are getting off the plane at 1 p.m. and then I have to stay up for a normal period of time to avoid jet lag. So I want to look kind of cute because we're going to the Tower of London. We have stuff to do, and I'm definitely going to take pictures because that's one of my favorite things to do when I travel. So I'll make sure that I look okay, but I also want to be super duper comfy on the plane. And now we're going to go ahead and head into the big suitcase. So first things first, with gigantic suitcases, you want the best wheels you can have. These wheels move every direction. It makes it easier to go up and down streets, move in and out of different things, because despite only having to put it on the plane, you also have to get it to your hotel. You also have to walk around a little bit, especially if you take the tube or something. This came in a set of 3, so I have a carry-on size, a medium size, and the biggest size. I decided to go with the biggest size for this trip, though I don't need the whole thing. So let's go ahead and head inside. So there's 2 separate parts to this. This part zips out, which is really nice, and then there's this elastic kind of cross that helps you know how tall you want to stack your clothing. These I usually don't leave on top. They actually usually go in this zipper compartment right here where my underwear and my bras are. But up in the zipper compartment, I have a lot of space. So I always leave space in my suitcase because you're going to another country, you're going to want to bring things home. So since I want to bring things home, I leave space as much as I can. That's why I chose not to go with a medium-sized suitcase, though everything will fit. I always bring a second pair of shoes. One, it's good for you to switch shoes every other day due to the fact that your feet aren't rubbed in the same place and then hurting in the exact same place for a whole 2 weeks. So these are my nicer shoes, especially if we go out at night or something like that. Super comfortable, don't hurt, very broken in, so that I can get around London really easily. Next comes toiletries. I keep a separate bag for my bathroom toiletries. So I have conditioner, shampoo, a razor, and some shaving cream in here. That way, especially because I'm actually staying in a hostel, so I'll be taking this and bringing it to the bathroom with me instead of taking all of my stuff, because I'll probably get ready in my room but shower somewhere else. So next comes all the rest of the toiletries. So I have perfume, some dry shampoo, essential when you go on a trip for girls, because, or even guys, because it makes it so your hair doesn't look as gross. Sometimes the water is different in different countries and can do different things to your hair, so that's super important. The other thing I always have is Febreze fabric refresher. This is so everything smells good even after I've worn it. I take a laundry bag with me. Actually, it's a trash bag, but I use it like a laundry bag. And this, I spray in it every day to make sure it still smells good, so the rest of my clothes that I haven't worn yet don't get smelly. And then comes the makeup bag. Now, this is nowhere near the amount of makeup that I own. It's a very small amount. It's a very neutral palette with my foundation and stuff like that. I'm not going to get ready every day because running around is exhausting, and getting up way earlier than you need to is not always fun. But we do plan on going out to pubs and stuff, so I'd like to make sure that I have all of that with me so that I don't have to go out and buy more makeup, because I definitely don't need that. So the very last thing that I'm going to talk about is where I put all my clothes. So I have, like I said, my socks, my underwear, and my bras all up in here, and my toiletries and my shoes are going to go in there as well. And then in this part with just the elastic strap, what I go ahead and do is I separate my clothes by type. So I have shirts and pants. I don't roll them, I just fold them, and that's pretty much it. I always lay out my outfits beforehand and make sure they match what I'm going to do that day. It might not actually be what I'm going to wear, but it's so that I have an idea and of everything that I might need. And then I bring extra stuff, so I bring a couple of extra tops because everybody sweats, and a nice dress because you never know what's going to happen. So that is all for this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. And please tell us where you're off to.